Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Smashing English. How are you? I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying your day. Today, we're going to have a very fun, casual English lesson. So, as you can see from the title, we are going to be looking at British phrases and slang. So, a lot of my students say that they watch British TV or they listen to British people and they can't understand what they're saying because we use a lot of specific vocabulary and a lot of words and phrases that you might not hear anywhere else in the world. So that's what we're going to do. And also, if you have any questions, you can tell me in the chat because we have a little chat here. Do I have a chat? Yes, I should have a chat. There we go. I can see you all now. Hello, someone from Serbia, someone from Vietnam. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for being here. So let's get started. Whoop, whoop. I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee first in my Christmas mug. Don't judge me. I know it's not Christmas, but this is my favourite mug. So, oh, lovely, gorgeous. Oh, someone from Nepal. Thanks for watching from Nepal. Fantastic. So, let's get started, shall we? So we are going to be looking at 50 essential British phrases and slang. Now, you don't have to use these necessarily if you don't live in Britain. You don't have to use them, but it's really good to know what they mean so that if you hear someone using them, you're not confused. So let's get started. So we're going to start off with British specific phrasal verbs. So phrasal verbs that you won't really hear anywhere else apart from Britain. There might be exceptions, okay? If you say this in Australia or South Africa, sorry, but they are mostly found in Britain, but you might hear them other places. So the first one we have is crack on. Let's crack on. That means to continue doing something. So it's almost like this, we're going to put some more effort into it. Come on, let's crack on and do this. Oh, I need to clean the house, so I'm just going to crack on and do it. I'm just going to continue doing it. Can you use crack on in a sentence? Tell me in the comments, tell me in the chat. Can you use crack on in a sentence? That's number one. Number two, we've got pop round, which is just to visit someone briefly. I'll pop round to your house later and we can have a coffee. Or do you want me to pop round and help with the baby? So it means just to visit someone's house very briefly. Pop round. With any of these phrasal verbs, by the way, guys, put them in a sentence. See if you can put them in a sentence and tell me in the chat and I will look at them. So choose any, put them in a sentence and we will have a look. Next up, we have get on with. So get on with has a couple of meanings, but we're just going to focus on this meaning today, which is to continue doing something, a bit like crack on. So get on with your homework. Come on, get on with painting this room. Hurry, come, do it. It's like usually the task that we're doing in this is not a fun task. It's not something that you really, really want to do, but you got to do it. Just got to get on with it. I've got to clean the house. I don't want to, but I've just got to get on with it. Okay, oh, I love this one. Muck about. I always muck about. I feel like I spend my life mucking about. It just means waste time or behave in a silly way. Stop mucking about and get on with, oh my goodness, we've got two. Stop mucking about and get on with your work. So stop wasting time. Stop behaving in a silly way. What are you doing? Okay, number 5, we've got do up, which means to renovate or repair something. So I would use this most commonly for maybe your home. Let's say, you know, your home is looking a little bit tired, the wallpaper is peeling, the paint isn't very nice. You might say, ooh, I'm going to do up my living room. It means you're going to renovate it, make it look better, do all the things you need to make it look better and make it better in all the different ways. How are we doing? Okay, Tim Eyre says, I'll pop round to see you in hospital. Lovely. So you're going to visit someone briefly. You're not going to see them for hours and hours. You're just going to pop round to see them in hospital. Lovely. Who else? We've got any more sentences? See if you can use any of these phrasal verbs in a sentence and let me know. Okay, let's carry on. Now, don't get confused with pop round. We've got pop out, which means to leave the house for a short period of time. So I'm just going to pop out for some air, or oh, I'm just going to pop out for some milk. Should we pop out for some ice cream? I'm only going to leave for a short amount of time, not too long. So different to pop round, which is visit someone briefly. Pop out, pop round. Okay, next up we have fob off. Fob off. And that means you're deceiving someone by offering something of low value. So kind of like a trick. Maybe someone is trying to sell you a really, really terrible car, and they know it's terrible and they're trying to deceive you by getting you to buy it. So they tried to fob me off with a cheap replacement. You know, I went to get my car fixed and he tried to fob me off with this terrible job. He did a really bad job and he tried to fob me off. It's like, offering something of low value and they know that they're doing it and they're trying to get your money. They're trying to scam you a little bit. Okay, play up, which means to misbehave or cause problems. Normally used with children, I would say, or animals maybe. You might say, oh, the dog's been playing up all day. But normally, yeah, people of lower status than you, so your children or your pets. The kids were playing up all day. It was so annoying. The dog was playing up because he kept chewing my shoes. So annoying. I'd say muck about is a little bit softer. It's like, oh, it's a bit of fun, we're having fun, but playing up normally is annoying. Ugh, the mum is just like, so annoyed. Okay, then we've got kick up, which means to cause trouble or a fuss. A fuss is like a complaint or a drama, something dramatic because you are unhappy about something. So if someone says, don't kick up a fuss, it means don't be very dramatic with your complaint. So I know you're upset that your meal was cold at the restaurant, but please don't kick up a fuss because it's not the waiter's fault. So don't start shouting at the waiter saying, my meal was cold, blah, blah. Please don't kick up a fuss. Just leave it, please, leave it. Okay, then we have get around to, which is to finally do something. So maybe it's a task that you don't want to do it, you keep delaying it. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And then when you finally do it, you're getting around to it. So, oh, I haven't got around to reading that report. Sorry, I just haven't got around to it. Tomorrow, I'm going to finally get around to painting that wall because I keep saying I'll do it and I'm going to actually do it tomorrow. And the final one is take after, which means to resemble a family member. So, oh, she really takes after her mother. She really looks like her mother. She really takes after her. So who do you take after more? Your father or your mother? Who do you take after? So those are the phrasal verbs. Let's have a quick refresh. So we've got crack on, continue doing something. Pop round, visit someone briefly. Get on with, continue doing something. Muck about, waste time or behave in a silly way. Do up, renovate or repair something. Pop out, to leave the house for a short period of time. Fob off, deceive someone by offering something of low value. Play up, misbehave or cause problems. Kick up, cause trouble or a fuss. Get around to, finally do something. And take after, resemble a family member. So can you use any of these phrasal verbs in a sentence? Let me just read the, someone says, can you turn up the volume? How's that? Is that a bit better? I'll turn up my volume. How's that volume? Is that a little bit better for everybody? I've turned it up a little bit. What have we got? Oh, another person said turn up the volume. Okay, do I sound better now? Is that a bit louder? Are we all happy now? Someone said, Hamid said, is it okay to use these expressions when not everyone is British? That's a very good question. This is why I said at the beginning of the lesson, don't worry so much about using these, especially if you're talking to someone who isn't British, because you might just cause more confusion. But it's really good to know them for listening. So if you're listening to someone who's British and they say these things, you don't want to get confused. So it's more about the understanding rather than the saying. Someone says, my nephews sometimes play up. Lovely, well done. They sometimes misbehave. Really, really good. What else we've got? Someone says, I really take after my mother. Perfect. I really look like my mother. I take after her. Great, fantastic. Before we carry on, we are so close to reaching 500,000 subscribers. So close. I don't know how close we are, but I think it's like 150 away, which is crazy. Yes, we are like 100 and I can't do the maths, 38 subscribers away from hitting 500,000. So if you haven't subscribed, please press subscribe. If you want to send this channel to anyone else you know who's learning English, I'd really appreciate it. So yes, let's get to 500,000 subscribers. Okie dokie, let's move on. So what have we got next? We've got slang. So let's look at some British slang terms. So again, if you hear these, I want you to know what they mean. You don't necessarily have to use them, but I want you to know what they mean. Christmas mug again. Tastes like Christmas, doesn't it? Have you seen our recent video on how to order a coffee, by the way? Our latest video was how to order a coffee, so make sure you watch that one. First up, we've got nick, which means to steal. He nicked my phone. Oh, that person nicked my bag. Oh, be careful if you go to the big city because you don't want to get your phone nicked. So nick is to steal, but also in London, I don't know how often people say this now, but you might hear to get nicked is to be arrested. So, the police nicked him, or he got nicked, also means to be arrested. Okay, next up we have miffed. If you are miffed, you are upset or annoyed. She's miffed because he didn't text her back. Oh, now I'm miffed. I'm miffed about that now. I'm really miffed. That's so annoying. I'm miffed. Now, you will notice something very exciting here. This is a little example of the latest thing that we have released for free. It's free, everybody. It's free. We have released a British slang email course. It's not really a course. Let me explain. So essentially, you get sent to your email every single day for 100 days a British slang word. So you get the definition, you get examples of it used in sentences, and you get some comprehension quizzes. And we've already had so many people get it and sign up, and they are loving it so far. So if you want a free English resource, go to the link in the description. It's free, like I promise you, it's free. And for 100 days, you will get a British slang word sent to your email address. Okay, next up we have gaff, which is a house or a home. Let's go back to my gaff. Oh, I was at her gaff yesterday. Just chilling at my gaff. I'm just in my gaff. I feel silly saying it. It doesn't suit my vibe. I was just in my gaff. But some people, it works for them. So gaff is a house or a home. Oh, look, I was just talking about this. So yes, if you want to learn, I'm only going to teach you 10 slang words today. That's only 10. But if you want to learn 100 new British slang words, then go to the link in the description. So like I said, you get a new slang word sent to your inbox every day for 100 days. It's absolutely free. Link is in the description. Go, go, go. Tell me in the comments if you've already got it, by the way. It's literally 3 clicks away, by the way. You click the link and with 3 clicks, you've done it. It's so easy. You just enter your email address. That's it. Just literally email address, that's all it is. Has anyone got it already? Has anyone got it already? Oh, I think Rajan says he's seen it. That's good. Done. Oh, Nature Lover's already done it. Look at that. Have fun, Nature Lover. You'll learn a lot. Okie dokie, let's carry on with our slang words. So we've got scrummy or yummy, which means absolutely delicious. This coffee is scrummy. What do we say? Coffee is scrummy? Yeah, it's delicious. Sure, why not? When we reach 500, I can't speak. When we reach 500,000 subscribers, we're going to get a cake, and that cake will be scrummy. I'm sure it will be. I think we should get chocolate cake or red velvet cake. Or maybe just plain Victoria Sponge, scrummy. Kip is a nap or a short sleep. So I need a kip. I didn't sleep well last night. Go on, lie down, have a kip. Have a kip. It's just another word for nap. So a short sleep, a kip. I'm going to have a kip, I'm tired. A butcher's, which is a look. So have a butcher's. Butcher's noun. Have a butcher's. It's the same as a look. Now this comes from Cockney rhyming slang. So Cockney rhyming slang is a way of talking. It's not too common anymore, but they rhyme things to say what they mean. So a look in Cockney rhyming slang is a butcher's hook. Look. A butcher's hook. Look. But what's happened with a lot of Cockney rhyming slang is we've taken away the whole phrase and just kept some of it. So instead of saying, oh, take a butcher's hook at my nail polish, we just say take a butcher's at this. Or like have a butcher's at this. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, next up we've got naff. Oh, it's naff. It means uncool, tacky, not very good, not high quality. It's just a bit naff. Like, it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing you've ever seen, but it's just not great. It's not fashionable. It's not good quality. So, oh yeah, I saw that film. Did you see that film yesterday? It's a bit naff. It was a bit naff. It was just a bit naff. Again, with all these slang words, see if you can put them into sentences in the comments, in the chat, and I will have a look, and I will tell you. If you've got it correct or not. Someone said, iPhone 16 giveaway, please. I don't have an iPhone 16 to give away, I'm sorry. I can barely afford to get an iPhone 16 for myself. Okay, next up. Someone just said, your shoes are naff. Great, I won't take that as a personal insult because you can't see my shoes. But yeah, you're right. You're naff. It's naff. Thorsten said that he's just got the subscription and it took him 1 second. So Thorsten has already got this subscription, this free subscription, and it said it took him 1 second because it's literally you put your email address in and we're giving it to you for free. Literally, we want to help you out. Okay, the next slang word we've got is bog standard. Bog standard. It's an adjective and it means basic or ordinary. It's just a bog standard phone. It's just a basic phone. I had a meal yesterday at the restaurant. It's bog standard. It was fine. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't luxury. It was just bog standard. Next up, we've got dodgy with another example of how you would see that in our email course. So risky, suspicious, or of poor quality. So, that deal sounds dodgy. I don't trust that. If something is dodgy, you don't trust it. So, don't sit on that chair. It looks dodgy. I don't trust that chair. I think it will break. Or don't talk to him. I think he's dodgy. I don't trust him. He's suspicious. He's weird. So yes, if you sign up to our email course, which is free, you will get an email like this in your inbox, which tells you the slang word. Next up, we've got cracking, which means excellent. And you are most likely to hear this in places like Wales, South Wales. If you go to Cardiff, they might say cracking, like that. And it just means excellent. It's really good. But you will hear this across the UK as well. So yeah, it means really good. Cracking, excellent, same definition. So please let me know if you sign up for our email course. I'd love to hear if you do. But first of all, do we have any people using any of those slang terms in a sentence? Let's have a look. What do we got? Tom X said, my girlfriend is bog standard. I wouldn't tell her that. Okay, Rajan says, I bought a chain. It looked great at first. When I tried it on, it looked a bit naff. Yeah, the chain is a bit naff. It wasn't great. It wasn't really good. Dollar Eater Gamers just said, congratulations for 500,000. Have we hit 500,000 yet? Don't make me excited now. Oh no, we're still very close. We're still about 111 away. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and let's see if we can hit it on this live stream. Ted Ross says, you are getting into a dodgy business. I think that's a good one. Yeah, dodgy business. I don't trust it. It's weird. Toan says, I am on the 7th day of the British slang emails. Amazing. Well done. Day 7. I hope you've learnt some great slang words. Julia says, even though the offer is too good to be true and seems dodgy, I still want to have a go and give it the benefit of the doubt. Lots of lovely phrases there. Well done. Well done, everybody. Look at that. Oh, and Julia says it's the first time attending the class. Thanks for being here, Julia. This is so exciting. Shall we move on, everybody? So we've done slang. Let's go to idioms. So here are some British idioms. Again, you might hear them in other places of the world, but they are really commonly heard in Britain. Now, tell me, I think a lot of you will know this first one. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. It's not my preference or liking. So if it's something that's not for you, you don't really enjoy it, it's not your cup of tea. So she likes rock music, but it's not my cup of tea. I just don't like it. It's not for me. This isn't my cup of tea. This is my cup of coffee. It's getting a bit cold now, that. Okay, next up we have in for a penny, in for a pound. Now, this is very British because pennies and pounds are what we pay with. So if you're going to commit, you might as well go all the way. So if you're going to do it in a small amount, you might as well do it the full amount. So we've already started the renovation. So in for a penny, in for a pound. I don't know why there's a bracket there. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so yeah, we've already started the renovation. So in for a penny, in for a pound. We've started the renovation. We've done a small amount. So let's do the whole amount. If you're going to do that much, do that much. In for a penny, in for a pound. Up the duff. Up the duff means pregnant, and you can use it in the same way. So she found out she's pregnant last week, or she found out she's up the duff last week. It's not a very magical term. Like, pregnancy is supposed to be a very magical, lovely time. If you say, oh, she's up the duff, it makes it sound very, not very magical and not very romantic. So I probably wouldn't say to a woman who is pregnant, oh, are you up the duff? Because it sounds very, not disrespectful, but just a bit brutish. So I would only use this in comedy terms if you want to make a joke, and if you are very good friends with the person who you are referring to, because it's very much a jokey kind of way of speaking. It's gone pear-shaped. It's gone pear-shaped. It means something has gone wrong. So the plan was going well until it all went pear-shaped. It all went wrong. It all went pear-shaped. Or, I was doing a live stream and it all went pear-shaped when the internet connection cut out. Everything went wrong. It went pear-shaped. Can you use any of these idioms in a sentence, by the way? I'm going to read these sentences. I am. Right, I'm going to finish this. That's cold. That's cold now. Oh, no, I don't like it when it's cold. Okay, so yeah, any of these idioms, see if you can use them in a sentence in the chat. Off your rocker means crazy or insane. You must be off your rocker to drive in this weather. Again, it's a friendly kind of jokey kind of term. I wouldn't genuinely use it for someone who is suffering with, insanity. I wouldn't say in a mental hospital these people are off their rocker. It's more of a jokey term, like, oh, he's crazy, he's off his rocker. He's a bit wild, is how I'd use it. Next up, flogging a dead horse. And flogging is selling. So if you flog something, you are selling something. So it's like selling a dead horse. So wasting time on something that won't succeed. Again, these brackets. I think when I was working on these, I thought I was going to do it in brackets, and then I changed my mind. Okay, so so wasting time on something that won't succeed. Trying to convince him is like flogging a dead horse. Don't try. It won't work. It won't succeed. It's like trying to sell a dead horse. You can't sell a dead horse. No one will buy it. It won't work. So trying to convince him is like flogging a dead horse. 7, in a pickle, in a difficult situation. I'm in a bit of a pickle with this assignment because I forgot what to write about. I'm in a difficult situation, or what's another good example? You tell me. Can you think of a difficult situation where you might be in a pickle? Tell me in the comments. Let's see if we can have any good sentences. I'm looking at I'm looking at the comments of people using these phrases in sentences. Moses says, he was running in the rain and I was like, are you off your rocker? Good, well done. Yeah, are you crazy? Make sure you spell it with 2 F's though. So are you off your rocker, not of your rocker. So make sure you've got 2 F's in there, but well done, that's good. Any more sentences? Nature Lover says, I'm in a pickle with my job. Okay, I'm in a difficult situation with my job. Maybe your boss wants you to stay, but you want to go to a better job, so you're in a bit of a pickle. Difficult situation. Lovely, well done. Dollar Eater Gamer says, learning English without doing practice is like flogging a dead horse. Kind of, yeah, like it won't work so much. It won't work. Okay, number 9, don't give up your day job. So if you say this to someone, it's a joke. So this is kind of a friendly joke you would say to someone who you are friends with. And it means you're not very good at that. So, don't try it professionally. So imagine your friend is dancing in front of you and you might say, ooh, don't give up your day job. Like, don't try to become a professional dancer because you're not very good at it. It's a joke, it's friendly banter, it's a friendly insult. So it's a way to joke with someone and say you're not very good at that. Okay, throw a wobbly. If you become very angry or have a tantrum, you are throwing a wobbly. So you get very angry, very emotional. Mum threw a wobbly because I broke a vase. Oh, she threw a proper wobbly. She was not happy. She was very, very, very upset. She threw a wobbly. Full of beans. If you are full of beans, you are lively and full of energy. Full of beans. So someone might say to you, oh, you're full of beans today. You've got lots of energy. You're very, very lively. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And we also have donkey's years, which means a very long time. I haven't seen her in donkey's years. I haven't been to that hotel in donkey's years. I haven't seen that film in donkey's years. Just means a long, long time. Make sure you're all putting these into sentences, by the way. Let's have a look. Oh, Moses says, I'm in a bit of a pickle with the police. I hope not. Okay, let's carry on. Number 13, to throw a spanner in the works. This means to cause a problem or complication. So the change in schedule really threw a spanner in the works. Really, caused a problem. Or she was going to get married, but then her ex said he still loved her, and that really threw a spanner in the works. That caused a problem. That caused a complication. It was not good. The full Monty is the full amount expected, desired, or possible. Her wedding was huge. They had the full Monty. They had confetti, big dresses, food, band, but the full Monty, as much as you can, the full amount expected, desired, or possible. And finally, we have chuffed to bits. Oh, I got a promotion. I am chuffed to bits. It means extremely happy or pleased. Chuffed to bits. Oh, are you up the duff? You must be chuffed to bits. So it's if you're really happy or pleased. So let's recap and see if you can put them into any sentences. So we've got not my cup of tea, not my preference or liking. In for a penny, in for a pound. If you're going to commit, you might as well go all the way. Up the duff, pregnant. Gone pear-shaped, something has gone wrong. Off your rocker, crazy or insane. Flogging a dead horse, wasting time on something that won't succeed. In a pickle, in a difficult situation. Don't give up your day job, you're not very good at that. Throw a wobbly, become very angry or throw a tantrum. Full of beans, lively or full of energy. Donkey's years, a very long time. Throw a spanner in the works, cause a problem or complication. The full Monty, the full amount expected, desired or possible. And chuffed to bits, extremely happy or pleased. Do we have any example sentences that people can say for me? So, what do we got? Someone said, when I see smashing English, I'm full of beans. I suppose, yeah, if it gives you energy, yeah. What else have we got? The toddler threw a wobbly. Yeah, you could say that. The toddler became very angry and threw a wobbly, became very angry and emotional. Well done. Great sentences, everybody. And if you have any questions as well, you can tell me some questions in the chat or in the comments. If I went to Lisbon, I would be chuffed to bits. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to go to Lisbon. I've been to Portugal. I went when I was very young, about 7. And we went to the Algarve, but I've never been to Lisbon, and I would like to go back to Portugal because I don't remember much about it. We went to a bullfight. I do remember that. So I would like to go. Thomas, as soon as I noticed your live stream, I was chuffed to bits. Perfect. Look at that. Well done, everybody. Now let's see how close we are to 500k. Let's see. Guys, getting closer. We are 111 subscribers away from 500,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to show your friends, show your friends. Okie dokie. Let's carry on. So we've done our slang. We've done our idioms. Let's go to nouns. So British people sometimes have different names for common nouns. So if you hear a British person saying these things, I don't want you to be confused. So you do not need to start saying these words, but I want you to know what they mean so you can understand people. So first of all, we got brolly, which is an umbrella. Don't forget your brolly. So instead of saying umbrella, a lot of British people will say brolly. Umbrella, brolly. Television, we like to say telly, and you can spell that either of those ways. So television will become telly, but that's pretty obvious. Let's watch something on telly. Then we've got a chippy. We like words that end in E by the sounds of it. So a chippy is a place to buy fish and chips. So every town in the UK will have chippy, and that's where you go to get your fish and chips. Let's go to the chippy. Let's get some fish and chips from the chippy. A cuppa, which is a cup of tea. A cuppa. Now, we don't do this. I saw someone on a comment say this, and they said something like a cuppa of coffee. Once we said cuppa, you don't put anything else after it. So we wouldn't say that, because a cuppa is a cup of tea. So we don't need to say of tea at the end. We just say a cuppa. Do you want a cuppa? Yeah, let's have a cuppa. Okay, next up, we call this thing a trolley. We call it a trolley. Americans will call it a cart, like a shopping cart. We call it a trolley or a shopping trolley. Sometimes we put the word shopping in front of it and say shopping trolley. Next up, we have a pram or a pushchair. Again, in the US, I think they call it a stroller, but we would call it a pram or a pushchair. So put the baby in the pram and let's go for a walk. Put the baby in the pushchair, let's go to the shop. This thing, we call it a dummy. A dummy. I think Americans call it a pacifier. I'm pretty sure a passy, but we call it a dummy. So the baby needs a dummy. When I was little, this is a fun story about me. My brothers used to call me dummy girl, and my superpower, this is when I was like 1 year old or younger. My superpower was that I could fit loads of dummies in my mouth. So my brothers, my older brothers, of course they were older brothers, tried to put a bunch of dummies in my mouth, and I was dummy girl. So there you go. Next up we have rubbish. Instead of trash, we say rubbish. So we can use it as an adjective as well. We can say that is rubbish, means it's terrible. But also the noun that you see here in the picture is rubbish. So put that in the rubbish. Let's take the rubbish out. Did you take the rubbish out? Because the bins are being collected tomorrow. Next up we have nappy. So the thing that babies wear so that they don't wee themselves is a nappy in the UK. In the US they call it a diaper. We'd call it a nappy. So have you changed his nappy? Oh, could you change the baby's nappy, please? Next up, a jumper. In the US, it would be a sweater, but we call it a jumper. So I'm still wearing jumpers, even though it's August, because it's cold in the UK today. We've got a storm. It's quite windy today, actually. So let's Oh, Tomek said, where's my brolly? Good job. Where's my brolly? Right, so let's refresh those. So we've got brolly, which is an umbrella. Telly, television. Chippy, a place to buy fish and chips. Cuppa, cup of tea. Trolley. Pram or pushchair. Dummy. Rubbish. Nappy. And jumper. Now, finally, I want to show you some exclamations. So some exclamations that you will typically hear in Britain. So the first one we have, get you. Oh, get you, which means, wow, that's very impressive. Well done. Ooh, I'm impressed. It means all of those things. So I think I'm going to buy a Ferrari. Oh, get you. Or you might say, oh, tomorrow I'm flying to Greece. Oh, get you. That's nice. Or I just made $1 million in my company. Oh, get you. So it just means all of those things like, wow, I'm impressed, well done, all of that. Next up is my favorite. We have, ooh, ooh, it's, I don't know where it comes from. Ooh, it's used to show surprise or mock surprise. typically for things that are a little bit adult, a little bit naughty maybe. You might go, oh, ooh, ooh. If you hear it, that's what they mean. It's just a way of showing surprise or mock surprise. Then we've got blimey, blimey, used to show surprise or astonishment. So, oh, blimey, I can't believe what I've just seen. I just saw something crazy. Or, blimey, are you going to eat that whole burger? It's massive. Blimey. It's surprise or astonishment, like disbelief. You can't believe it. And finally, you what? You what? It's used to show surprise, but almost like you were so stunned, you're assuming that you didn't hear them correctly. Like whatever they said was so shocking to you that you can't even believe that that's what they said. So, oh, that dress is so ugly. You what? Almost like, say that again. Go on, say that again. I can't believe I heard that correctly. Or, you're fired. You what? What? Huh? That can't make sense. What? That doesn't make any sense. So there we are. I hope that was useful for you all. Like I said, if you would like to learn more British slang terms, go to the link in the description and you will get for free 100 British slang terms sent to your email inbox every day. So you don't have to worry about learning them all today in one go. You can just learn one every day, and that's the best strategy to do it. So how are we all? In just 3 clicks, exactly. It takes 3 clicks to get there. So do we have any questions before we go? We are now into our question time. Do you have any questions about English, about anything at all? Let me know, and then we will go. So let me see the chat. What do we got? Okay, Tomek said, is your accent modern RP or standard RP? So my accent is a bit of a mix. I would say my accent is actually standard English because I don't say bath, I say bath, and I don't say grass, I say grass. So I probably standard English, but with hints of the West Midlands because I grew up in Birmingham. So in Birmingham, they talk a bit more like that. So I've got a bit of a mix. So standard English, but not perfect standard English is my accent, I would say. Thomas says, are you still teaching on italki? Yes, I am. The link for that is in the description. I love your Peaky Blinders videos. We haven't done one of those in a while, have we? We have not done Peaky Blinders videos in a long time. Yeah, they were really fun. I enjoyed doing those, but I've kind of run out of things to do with that. I don't think there's anything more that I can teach about Peaky Blinders. I think we've done it. What else have we got? Oh yeah, people using the phrases in good sentences. Well done. So Rajan says, get you. You've passed with flying colours. Well done. Hamid says, have you thought about a podcast? I'm not saying anything. I will just say, wait for September. That's all I'm saying. Small talk tips from Charlie. Charlie says small talk tips. The best way to be good at small talk is to have confidence. And I think that's the same with if it's your native language or not your native language. The more confident you are, you feel that you're able to make that small talk. So just be as confident as you can with your English, and small talk should happen naturally. Ling says, I'm looking forward to learning phrasal verbs. Great. Well, when this video is live on YouTube, you can go back because we've done phrasal verbs, so you can go back and watch it. What else we got? Lots of amazing people from very amazing countries. I love doing live lessons because I love talking to you all, because you watch the videos and that's really lovely, and then it's really nice to see you all and talk to you all. So final chance for any questions, because I'm going to a barbecue today, so I need to go to my barbecue. So does anyone have any questions or anything else before I go? Let me know. Meanwhile, I'm just going to sing with my imaginary piano. Do I give private lessons? Yes, we do give private lessons, me and Bez. The link for that is in the description. So we both teach on italki, and we're still doing that. So yeah, but it's getting harder and harder to book just because we have a lot of people that want to book with us. So keep watching the videos, and that's probably a great way to learn with us. Tomek says, as a teacher, what do you think about being able to have a British accent when we are already adults? I heard it's impossible. It's not impossible at all. Nowhere near impossible. I mean, think about actors who have to learn an accent for a role. They're adults and they learn an entire accent, and then they sound great in it, and they're able to do it. So it's tricky, but just have fun with it. I think don't put pressure on yourself to be perfect at it straight away. Just enjoy learning it, enjoy practicing it. Don't put the pressure on, and I think you'll have a nice time. Julia says, I purchased a bog standard, by the way, not bob standard. So I purchased a bog standard or run of the mill mobile. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, so bog standard phone would be something very simple or basic. Well done, everybody. If you are just joining us now at the end of this live stream, don't worry, because I'm going to put this live stream on YouTube so you can go back and watch it all. Be sure to get our email course. It's free. You get 100 new British slang words sent to your email every day with the definitions and everything. Be sure to subscribe, because we are so close to 500,000 subscribers, and I would love to hit 500,000 subscribers. That'd be so fun. So let's see how many we're on now. What are we on? We're on 499,896, so we're only 104 away. So well done, everybody, for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Well done, and I'll see you next